Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mandy. In today's video, we are going to talk about the sun radical. Now let's get your 田字格 ready and the pens ready. First of all, as usual, we need to know the difference between the sun character and the sun radicals. Alright, so first of all is the sun character. As a character, it's big. It should cover the whole box. So this is how the sun characters look like. Okay, so it's in the middle of the whole box. As for the sun radical serve as a part of a character. So it should be smaller. So let's squeeze it to here. So make it smaller like this. And usually the sun radical is on the left side. Okay, so sometimes it could be at the bottom side like this. Okay. All right. So as the name indicated, so the sun radical have something to do with the sun. And the sun bring the light. So the first category is about light or sunlight. Okay, so is there any words related to this light or sunlight? Yes, that would be 明. Okay, we have a sun radical here. And then this is moon. Sun and moon together. This is 明. And 明 itself, it means bright. Okay, so actually it's a very interesting word to talk about. On the left side, this is the sun radical. And on the right side, this is the moon radical. Okay, sun and moon, yeah, that's very bright. Okay, move on to the next one. So since we have bright and then we have dark, right? So dark is 暗. We also have the sun radical here and this is 暗. 暗 means dark. Okay, so 明 and 暗, bright and dark. And move on to the next one. It's also a pair of words. That is 阴 yang. Yin yang. Is that sound familiar to you? Yeah, if that sounds familiar to you, maybe you would think about this. Okay, let's take a good look at it. They both share this radical. This is the left ear radical. Okay, what? What is that? Well, yeah, it does look like an ear, right? And it does on the left side. So left ear radical. And left ear radical usually related to a location or places. Okay, so now you can see in the yin character, it has a left ear radical, so it has something to do with the location. Okay, and the moon radical. Okay, so location, moon. All right, and then the yang, it has location, sun. Okay, so let me draw you a picture. Imagine this is a mountain. All right, so this is mountain. Now here is the sun. The left ear radical it's related to the location. So location, like it could be a mountain, right? And now here's the sun. When the sun is at this side, the sun shines on the mountain. So on this side of the mountain, it will get more sunlight. So it's very bright. So this side is the yang. But what about this side? Like this side, there's not much sunlight. So this part is yin. And yin means overcast or cloudy. Okay, so yep, that's the origin of these two characters, yin and yang. When it comes to this symbol, this part is the yang and this part is the yin. But you would notice that in the yang part, there's the yin part in it. And in the yin part, there's yang part in it. In the Taoism, we believe that the nature is a balance. The balance is about the species depends on each other, can grow together and make the world. Like the world that we are living in, we have human beings and so many different type of animals and plants. We can see trees, grass, flowers, birds, everything. And this everything make the world. Okay, now let's move on to the next example. That is 晴. 1, 2, 3. This is 晴. And 晴 means sunny. Like, yeah, there's a lot of light in the sunny day, right? And the right part of it, this is 清. So it serves as a sound radical to the 晴. And move on to the next example, which is sun radical. And then this is yin. Yin could mean reflection, because you need light to reflect things. If there is no light, there's no reflection, isn't it? Okay, so move on to the last example, that is this one. Look at this. Now we have the sun radical at the bottom part. And this is 昏. And 昏 could also mean dark. You don't have much light, you don't have much energy. So 昏 could also refers to dizzy. Category 2. The light somehow can tell us the time of a day, right? So the second category, the sun radical, can also relate it to the time. So now let's think about the time words that we learned in the previous lesson. Like 早上. 早上 is morning. 早, we have a sun radical on top. And this is 早, which means morning or early. See, this is a pretty interesting words. Just imagine this is the sun. And just imagine this is somehow a tree. So this is like tree with branches. Oh, okay, not very good at drawing. So in the morning, when the sun rises up, you will see the sun at that direction, and it will look like this. Yeah, so that's 早. Let's think about another time words that we learned in the previous lesson. That is evening, 晚上. Now we have sun radical on the left, and this is 晚, which means evening or late. Okay, sun. An interesting part of it, this part of it is 免, and it means no, don't have. So no sun. In the evening, there is no sun. All right, makes sense? Next example, that is 时. 时 means time. Oh, and the next words, I'm going to write them together. Oh, and a sun inside. This is 间. 间 could mean space or room. So they're all together 时间, 时间, that is time. There is a lot of Chinese old saying, idiom, and poem about the time. For example, here's one of the most famous idiom, which is 时光飞逝, which means 时光 means time, 飞 means fly, and 逝 means gone or just past. Okay, so 时光飞逝, literally it means time flies, time passed. All right, now move on to the next category. Here are some interesting words that I would like to share with you guys. Interesting words. Okay, so first of all, today we are talking about the sun radical. That would be the sun character, 日, which means sun. Okay, so here's the funny parts. Now we have the sun radical here, smaller on top, and a bigger one at the bottom. This is 昌. Chang means prosperous, because in Chinese culture, the sun is light. The light is energy. If you have so many energy together, you can make something come true. You can make it prosperous. Okay, and the third character, we have sun radical here, another one here, and another one here. 3 sun radical, that is 金. Okay, 金means crystal. Okay, so here's my made-up story. I think if you shoot a light to the crystal, then you will get more light. One light can make more light. As for the crystal accessories, like the bracelets, like the necklaces that you can see in everyday life, in general, you can call them 水晶. 水 晶. That's how we call the crystal in everyday life. Last but not least, here's something I really want you to pay attention to, is when you write the sun radical, you should write it a little bit skinny. Skinny. All right? Or maybe like this. Just make it skinny. This is the sun. Because if you make it fat, like this is another character. Yeah, this character is 曰. Yue in ancient Chinese, 曰 means speak. All right? This is 日, which means sun. And as for the bigger one, it's 曰, which means speak. All right, that's all for today's video. It's about the sun radical. As usual, my advice is you put them all together on the same page. It's like a collection game. And if you need that collection page and practice sheet, you can download it from my website. They're all over here. I'll drop the link down below in the description box. Well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it and you learned something from this video. I'm Mandy, and I will see you in the next video.